welcome in to the Genesis Runners 10X Stream Team Training. It's Thursday, May 1st, 2025, guys. What a time to be alive. A new month is here. It's Taurus season, as Ricardo says. So all our dreams are going to be coming true. Lots going on, guys. So we're going to get right into it. Mims, how we doing today, brother?
Yeah, man, pumped up and fired up as
I
always,
can't hear
brother.
you.
You can't hear me?
Wait, it just keeps switching my audio. Hold on.
Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay, awesome.
Okay.
That's something on my side. Okay. Yeah, no, fired up excited as always. Like you said, brother, it's Taurus season. You know what I'm saying? I'm a May baby, Taurus. Shout out to the Bulls. But as always, fired up and excited to get on the training. We just got something special that's exciting, man. People just want to plug in, stay up to date on what's going on. A lot of value, a lot of opportunity, man. So I'm pumped up as always. How about you?
Oh, same. It was nice
Yeah.
getting one night off. Took a
Okay.
little break to see Hollywood Undead and Tech Nine, but now we're back on the grind.
Awesome.
Just a little break.
Right.
Let's see. Yeah. So Adam, I'll probably have you come on in like 5-10 minutes, just so you know. All right, guys. The number one thing, actually, so we got to make sure you guys can hear this. So Ricardo, let me know if they can hear it.
10x has made my life better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not harder.
That was good.
2x is difficult. How do you 2x? Like how do you actually double something? And then when do you pull it back? So the 10x concept is this. I'm here and I'm going to go up here, and it's going to be so impossible that it causes you to think different. It's not that you achieve this. It causes you to think different, strategize different, look at different assets, look at different mechanisms, change your way of thinking. See, most people try to do this. They're trying to go from here to something logical. And the problem with that is only logic can be used in this evaluation. But when you start thinking about 10 times your income, let's say you're making 100,000 pounds a year, and you're like, and 100,000 is hard, and you're like, man, I just hit the 100,000 level, and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm doing 100,000. This is amazing. My parents think I'm the and I've cracked the code.
Yeah.
Right? So what the individual does now is he's like, man, if I could just do that again next year, okay? And he's trying to maintain what he did. There's no creating that. There's no new solutions. There's no new ideas in that. So you start thinking about 10x, it forces you to think different than what got you right here.
So guys, again, Josh talks about this all the time. We talk about it all the time from the beginning. The runner started in 2020 it's all about mindset. Okay. You can have the best product. You can have motivation. You can have, a warm market. But if your mindset is not in the right place, you are not going to have success, not just in this business, but in life. That's what it comes down to. So again, somewhere in your house that you look at every day, I want you to write 10x in big letters. I have a whiteboard where I, plans things out, and I have 10x is written huge there. So if you don't have a whiteboard or a bulletin board somewhere, get a piece of paper and get some tape or whatever and put it on the wall somewhere. You'll see it. Bathroom, bedroom, kitchen, refrigerator, I don't care, but 10x, put that somewhere that you see every single day, right? Because that's how we're building this business is you get 10 people and they get 10 people. Now, if people can't dream that big, right? You got to start off people small. Start with 3, okay? Again, we'll go over the compensation plan, but getting 3 gets you 250. 3 get 3, 250. All right? Mims, anything you want to add just on that mindset piece?
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously we have something here that is, to me, one of the easiest, simplest, most exciting things as a product or service to share and actually make money with. And so we put a lot of time in at the job, and we give a lot of time to other people and other things. But I'm telling you, if you focus and you focus on that 10 getting 10 and you keep that mindset, I'm getting ready to 10x, you could find yourself 10x in what you've made working your job here with Stream Pro, because it's just that possible being so early with a global opportunity with something that's so fun and exciting as streaming. And we know that millions of people are doing it right now. They're just not doing it to the highest level capable that we have with Stream Pro. So yeah, definitely stay focused, have those goals, work this like you work your job. The most exciting part about it is the residual income piece. When you stop the job or whatever earned income situation you're in, your money stops. You don't wake up and go to work, you don't make money. With a system like this, you're sharing this awesome streaming service with people. Every single month they're using this streaming service. Your organization is building globally. You never know who's going to share this with who knows who around the world. And you find yourself got, X amount of people in your whole organization putting you in position to have a residual income every single week coming in. And that's just going to continue to grow, as this company continues to thrive and flourish. And I mean, it's like 1,000, maybe 1,000, a little more than 1,000, 1,200 agents right now. I mean, folks, we're going to have tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people in Stream Pro, okay, globally, okay, and more. So yeah, get focused, 10x, share this with everybody that you know and think of. You'll be surprised who takes advantage and who knows who.
No, 100%. And shout out to Killer Cam. He's on the Zoom here as well, and he's a hustler. So he connected me with Angie and her girl Samira. They're actually out in Baltimore, Ricardo, so they're near you. And look at that. Angie's a runner. I knew right away. I only got to talk to her for like 5 minutes. But Adam told me, like, no, these girls are going to crush it, right? They're serious. I don't even know if she's joined yet, and she's on the training. So again, you guys got to get fired up. And when you get people, just encourage them to get here, guys, because I think we're bringing tremendous value. I've been to other trainings before. They're not fun. They're boring. There's no good value. Even just what Jeff Ross said the other day. I'm going to get that recording out, but it was fire. But I was working with Adam today because his team's crushing it with Cam and Angie joining it. So Adam, you are like one of the most I mean, you're the funnest network marketer I know, but you're also very professional and you just know how to do the damn thing. And we were talking today and you're just spitting out so much facts and fire. So I just wanted to have you on for a few minutes and just drop some mad knowledge for the people.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, I appreciate you guys sharing the mic because, like, between you and Ricardo, man, like the law of the lid, we have a high lid here with the leadership that we already have in place. I'm excited to see who's really going to hustle, who's going to step out and just really lead the charge because leaders bring more leaders. But one thing for me, guys, is, I've been friends with Mike for a couple of years now. This is a project where we're able to get excited at the same time, which we've never had before. So it's kind of like rejuvenated. Like I might have a decade in the industry, but I feel brand new, right? But guys, one thing that I've learned throughout my decade plus of being in the space and, the last 3 years having earned my financial freedom, right, is like, if you don't plug in, you don't win. Because when you plug in, that's where the leadership is. That's where the lessons are. I can't stand when I hear people say, what's the secret to success? Man, there's no secret. Just show up. You'll find out. Get around winners. Get around people that are actually doing the work and teaching you the methods. And you don't need to ask somebody what the secret is because you have it. Like, Ricardo killed it last night, man. The night before with Jeff, man, I was taking notes. I'm like, yo, I'm actually going to bite some of what he was talking about when I talk to others, when I do other trainings and stuff, because it was that good. And so, like, the way I look at it is this, guys, everyone has a different set of goals, right? Like, my goal is to go to the top of the comp plan. I'm trying to out-earn Mike. I'm trying to out-earn Ricardo. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to be that guy where Josh is like, damn, we got to open up a new rank, right? Now, I know that not everyone I work with has that same set of goals. So, but whether your goal is 250 a month or $1 million a month, if you don't have it yet, you got to plug in. Like, you got to humble yourself just a little bit so you can get something you've never had before. And so for me, I know the numbers, man. 80% of success is simply showing up. Because when you show up, you get in the way. You get in the way of the methods. You get in the way of the lessons. You get in the way of the best practices. You get in the way of the excitement. You get in the way of the enthusiasm. And how can you vibrate that to the person you're going to be speaking to tonight or tomorrow if you're not getting it from somewhere? The world wants to distract us. But when we come in this little world that we're creating together for, 40 minutes a day, this is about focus. This is about getting in alignment. We start out with mindset stuff like every call because that is the number one thing. Like, even the good book says, if there's no enemy within, the enemy outside can do you no harm. So if you've been fortifying this a no, you just kind of chuckle and you keep it moving. You feel bad for the no's because they don't know what they're missing. Right.
Yep.
But for me, show up. That's 80% of success. Now there is another 20% there, right? 80% is good, but if you want to really get everything out of it, show up and show up ready to learn. Like show up like, even if I'm like my screen is away, like I got my AirPods in, I got my notes going. Like that night when Jeff was going, man, I was taking so many notes, my thumbs were getting sore. Like you want to bring the information with you. That's what makes it real. It's not real until you can apply it, right? And so for me, I got to take notes. I got to bring it with me so I can start applying it. But 80% of success is getting around successful people. It's getting around people that want to help you get what you want, right? So you got to show up if you want to be successful. The other 20% is the work you do when no one else is looking, right? It's how many people are you reaching out to? It's how many people are you inviting to an overview at 8 o'clock? How many people are you saying, you got to meet my boy Mike, you got to meet my boy Ricardo, right? That's the other 20%, right? So again, guys, if 80% of success is just showing up, but a majority of people don't do it, then congratulations if you're on the call and you're showing up consistently.
Yep.
That puts you 80% ahead of everybody else. And the last little smidge to be successful is apply what you get out of the call and then go use it out in the field, right? Because the real talk is this, man. The work that gets us paid, no one's going to see you do it. Like this doesn't necessarily get us paid, right? It's what we do when we get off these calls that's going to get us paid and get us ranking up. But like, if I can impress upon anybody, I'm just going to talk from my own experience, right? And I know we're all in different stages of our direct sales or entrepreneurial journey. But, I've been in the space for over 10 years. I may have seen a situation like this once in a decade. And I missed that wave. I was too silly, right? I was too distracted. I was too in my own way. I'm in my 30s. I ain't trying to wait until my 40s to find another timing opportunity such as this. Like Mike and Ricardo said, man, run when the runners run. And that is so real in direct sales. I like this comp plan a lot. It's a rising tide, lifts all ships kind of comp plan. There aren't any I gotchas. There aren't crazy hard qualifiers to make meaningful income. And if you're on this team, you're aligned with real winners that want to build this big. So when runners run, at least get out of the gate. I mean, I say sprint, because if you sprint for 6 to 12 months, you never have to sprint again, right? You can jog it out the rest of the way. But even if you're jogging, at least you're moving in the right direction with the people that are trying to build this thing quick. And so that's really what I would share, guys, is keep showing up, stay consistent. Guys, plugging into calls like this is one of the simplest disciplines you can practice in building a 6 or 7 figure a year income. The old saying, not every person on the Zoom is a 6-figure earner, but every single 6-figure earner is going to be on the Zoom. So you got to kind of decide, who do you want to be? And then you got to start acting like it. You act like it, you become it, right? But yeah, guys, this is a really, really exciting time for anybody that's in the know this early. And I just say this, guys, I see a lot of questions in the chat, and I'm not trying to take this part over, but I will say this. Real winners, I mean, they build the parachute on the way down. Focus on what's urgent first and let corporate and the leadership take care of what's important, right? But what's urgent is get out there, make sure people know what you're representing, because one of the biggest heartbreaks I've ever experienced in direct sales is someone trust and love, and someone that knows, trusts, and loves you ends up repping the business, but for another team. That's where you feel regret in this business, right? So this is a gold rush, y'all. Run hard, run fast, plug in, get the nourishment, right? And then the other 20% is the work you do when no one else is looking at you. But if you can master those things, you can stay consistent within those simple things, man. And also, last thing I'll say, I love what Ross said the other night, like the art of storytelling. He is so true, right? Yeah. Everyone loves to buy stuff, but no one likes to be sold, right? I hate that feeling when I get sold. I get buyer's remorse immediately if I feel like I got sold. But if I bought something I want, I'm a fanatic about it, right? So how can we pique people's interest and let it be their decision that they bought? Stop explaining and start telling your story, right? Like I'll just give you a quick example of my story, and then I'll shut up and we'll let the training keep going. But my story is
fire,
this.
bro. I'll give you a little break here. This is fire, bro. Keep going. And guys, drop some fire emojis in the chat. This is gold right here. And that's why I asked Adam to speak today, to just drop some knowledge for you guys. But go ahead and finish it out, bro.
Yeah. So know your story, right? Guys, when they watch the 2-minute overview, right? I mean, that's enough to get excited, right? Let the tools, what did Jeff say the other day? Don't be a tool, use the tools, right? The one thing the tools can't do is tell your story. right? So you got to know your story. And when it's time to share your story, you can't be fumbling over it like it's somebody else's story, like it's a script you're trying to memorize, because it's your story and people will dig your authenticity, right? And so, like, guys, like, my story is pretty simple. Since finding out about this streaming service, I am now saving over $150 a month by canceling my cable and my 5 other streaming packages, each one I had for a handful of shows. I was paying a monthly subscription for years with multiple streaming services for a handful of shows for each. So, guys, my story is I'm saving over $150 a month by having a one-stop shop, one solution that gives me way more than I ever had. Oh, and by the way, because I plug in and I share my story, I'm also making an income in my sleep, right? Not a bad story, right? Tell your story. Let the tools tell the facts. I mean, we got to overview every night, right? 7 days a week. Let the overview tell the facts. Worst case scenario, get somebody on a call with a leader, let them answer the questions. But if you master your story, and the best way to master it, tell it to as many people as will listen to you. And I promise you, what does Josh say? 85% of people are overpaying for streaming. So almost 9 out of 10 people you tell your story to. Angie, I told Angie my story earlier today when we did a group call. Angie's hand went up like, yep, that's me too. Angie raised her hand. I wasn't even done my story yet, right? She was like, yo, that's me. You're talking, you found the right person. Angie volunteered herself halfway through my story to say, yo, let's do this, right? So don't underestimate the value of your own story. Know your story. And guys, back in my finance days, we had all these scripts, man. We had all these ways to network and peak interest. Guys, I would drive around from appointment to appointment with my script in my head, like repeating it. I'd be talking to myself in the car so that when I got to someone, when I had a chance to talk, it was so natural and so fluent, you couldn't tell if it was a script or not. So tell your story to yourself in the mirror in the morning while you're like getting ready for your day, so that when the opportunity comes to tell your story, you're not fumbling over it like it's not yours. Right? But people will listen to your story again. Angie raised her hand halfway through my story. I could have stopped halfway through and Angie been like, yo, get me on. But I decided to finish my story because Angie and I are meeting for the first time. So I like being friendly and stuff. But guys, this is an amazing opportunity, right? What's cool about business, you can be wrong 100 times, but you only need to be right once. But when you're right, you better choke up on the bat and swing for the fence. Don't try to bunt it when you're right. Don't try to scribble out to first base and swing for the fences when you're right? Right time, right place. Guys, we got the right leadership. I mean, this thing is incredible. We got no borders. We got no formulation. I don't got to be an expert at what's in this pill. You guys understand? Like, tell your story. And Tharp has some great scripts as well on how to casually engage with people where it doesn't feel salesy. You know what I mean? So again, get around the fire, get around the knowledge, get around the information, and then be able to apply it in that 20% of the time where no one else sees you. But that's where you make your money. 80% of the time when we plug in, we show up, we get better, we get around the fire, that enthusiasm is transferred. Now we have it, now we can transfer it. But if you don't have it, how are you going to transfer it? Right? So, I mean, that's my 2 cents on it, man. This is an amazing time to be alive, be in the know. Guys, choke them on the bat, swing for the fence. Don't make sure you're rounding first and going to second, man. We want to touch all 4 with this one because this is just too good. This is too good to like jog it out. You got to run with this one.
You got to run with the runners. That's it, man. Fire, Adam. Thank you. Appreciate you. Yeah. So let's hit this real quick, guys. We only got about 20 minutes left. Again, I almost lost it on Cam today. I don't know who to get mad at. But guys, all the resources, you guys can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
All right. All the resources are on this one page, okay? And we've updated them. So I just put it in the chat again. So the first thing you do when somebody joins this business is you send them this resource link, okay? This is our #1 tool. It has all the things that you need to be successful, where to log in, the 60-second, 2-minute, and this now, guys, is the new presentation, okay? So if you click on it, it will be
everybody that you ever told, hey, you need to watch this.
27 minutes, okay? That has a new updated stuff. So it's right there for you. He'll probably do a new one. I honestly wouldn't send this one to anyone, to be honest with you. Step-by-step guide, how to use the holding tank, Telegram chats, Facebook runners group. That's another thing I would make sure you do is get them this resource page and invite them to the runners stream team group on Facebook. Yes, I will, Brad. Just 1 second. There's two, um, anything you need, email support. There's two of them. The Streambro service, if it's something with, downloading the app, your content, uh, that's the one you use. If it's something with the back office, getting paid, Finance Pro back office. If you ever need Zoom links, okay, we don't need to have 5 million people asking for Zoom links every day. They're both right here. They are two different links, okay? We do this every day at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard, even the weekends, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. This is where you would click it. And 8 p.m., this is the one that's corporate that Josh brings the fire and heat every night. So we get done here about 7:40 to get you guys time to get ready for 8 o'clock call. I have not heard anything about um uh the trial yet. So just sit patient. It might take a day or two. They've got the new payments out. We'll talk about that. Um, so that is the resource page, and this is the Facebook group. All right. So invite people here. We post stuff here. So Brad said, can you show where the training replays are stored? I put them in this group, but so you could go to, is it under media or files? So that's going to be just pages, or maybe go to videos. No. All right. So they are in this group, but I was going to share this with you guys as well, is you can go to my um, channel on YouTube, and I'm putting all the trainings there as well. So you can save this playlist if you want, and it will go to where the trainings are. So you can see here. Why does it do that? I don't know why it's not. Oh, videos. My bad. So it looks like I might have not put a lot of them on there. So I'll fix that. Also, if you guys missed it, Jeff did a awesome training for you guys. I highly recommend everyone to watch it. I will put that in the chat as well, and that is in the Facebook group as well. Definitely make sure if you guys have earned anything here, you're going to go to profile and then pay onboarding and complete onboarding. Everyone's saying it's amazing, super simple. I haven't had a chance to do it yet because I've been so busy. But yeah, so that's there. If you have not qualified to get paid yet, then it will not be there. So once you qualify, it will show up. Let's see here. Mims, anything else, or should we just talk about the compensation plan?
No, I think you covered everything. All the updates that come out are in the Facebook group or in the Messenger group. And obviously, if you guys are ready to get paid, you need to complete that payment process there under your profile. Yeah, there's nothing else. Yeah, I think we talk about the money now, brother.
I just got that from Josh, Show and Finder.
Yeah, the presentation.
Yeah. Where is it? All right, there it is. Shoot. Dang it. There we go. Can you guys see that?
Yeah, I think, yeah, Stream Pro.
Okay, awesome. They have the Pro 250 on there too. All right, so all right, so let's focus on the first step. Okay, we want everyone to get to Pro 250. All right. The best, easiest strategy is you get 3 people and then you help them get 3 people, and you are now Pro 250, making 250 a month. All right, and you actually overqualified for that. Okay, so Pro 250. you need 10 active Stream Pro agents in your entire network. That could be from whoever sponsored you. It could be from you or yourself, or if let's say you bring in 3 people and they bring in people, that counts towards your 10 as well. And you want to have at least 4 in one leg and 4 in another, and then 2 in the other. You can only have 3 people that are connected to you. This is a 3x3 matrix to infinity. All right. And then also that 3 gets you qualified to earn up to the Pro 2000. So again, as long as you have at least 3 people that you sign up directly, other people will probably fall in below you. No guarantees. Okay. But that is called spillover. So as that happens and your legs grow, you want to try to keep them balanced. You can have over the leg requirements, and it doesn't have to be in that order. It doesn't mean that your right one needs to have 2. Okay. Uh, you could have 4 in all of them, right? You could have 10 in one, 4 in one, and 2 in one and qualify. So, and then that just keeps going, guys. Once you understand just the Pro 250, then it's just duplication and getting more people involved. And again, this is so early and growing so quickly. I've never seen anything sell so easy. And so we did change the upfront bonus to where it's a momentum bonus. So you enroll 5 new agents or Stream Pro Live customers and earn a $50 momentum bonus for every 5 you add. So you're basically getting $10 a person. And the main reason they had to change that is because, people you can't send people checks for 750, right? It costs more to send that check than the 750 is worth. And then the upfront box bonus, I guess, has changed. I didn't even realize that. $40 for level 1, $10 for level 2. Again, the box is just a one-time, $149. You also get a promotion bonus. Okay. So if you hit Pro 250, not only will you get that 6250 every week, but you're going to get an extra 6250 come the next month, the first Thursday of the month. So Pro 500, you would get an extra 125. Pro 1000, an extra 250. And I'm going to go in the back office, guys, and show you the downline. I think then you'll really understand it. So other than the leg requirements, which people need to kind of see to understand what I'm talking about, are there any questions about the compensation plan? Let me see if there's any questions. Stanley, I will check in that in a second. I'm shocked they don't have local channels in Chicago because they have like local channels everywhere. So maybe if anyone has an answer to that, let me know. Oh, Adam, I think Adam's responding to you saying it's channel 662 to 667. Thank you, Adam. And Jillian, the Pro 250 is not on the board. I'm sure they'll add it there soon. Oh, I forgot to change my name, didn't I? So Raphael says, can you confirm or go over that the enroll 5 new agents are anytime or paid period for the 50? Yes, and so that was an error when we were talking to Josh today, that I think he said a month. It's within the month it resets. Does that sound right, Mims?
Yeah, it's probably gonna be within a month. So you have a whole month to get 5 people to qualify for that $50 bonus.
Okay. And I'm pretty sure that's the way it rolls. There was never a Pro 100, Michelle. But when we started, there was a Pro 500, and then they added a Pro 250 to make it even easier for people to qualify and get paid. I believe it's calendar month, Adam. I can double check. Joseph, I literally just got my welcome email. Do I search for app on my smart TV or existing Fire Stick or what? It's well, let's see. It depends. Let me know what type of TV you have. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I think we got that. So let's go in and actually look and see how we're building this. And we'll look in the back office here. So again, we come to Stream Pro. Let's see where we're, oh no, wait, over here. See where we're at now. Got 1147 on the team, guys. And again, there's only 1,200 that have joined. So, our team's about a third of the company, if not more. Um, so we go to pro team is where most of the stuff is at. All right. Your partner genealogy is going to show anyone that signs up using your link. All right. Um, whether they're free or paid. And apparently, maybe there we go. Okay. So everyone here has signed up. Some of them have paid, some of them haven't. You can drill down and then open up other people, and it will see how many people they've signed up. Look at that. Jeff caught up to me. I got to get to work. All right. Um, so again, guys, I mean, like, look at that. That's Jeff Ross right underneath me. All those people that you see on that second line have signed up with him. Then we can go to team genealogy. Okay, this is kind of what you would call your matrix or showing where everyone, falls down below. And again, this is why you want to act quickly because Scott and Maureen just happened to fall in beneath me before I could get my boy Adam on the phone. All right. So, chill dude Adam's right there. Okay. And we're looking at, yeah, let's do Tomas. Okay. So we're going to open all these up. Okay, so I'm kind of building this power leg here. All right, we won't go down any further because it's not really necessary. Okay, so we're looking at Tomas here and how to get him qualified for, let's just say, Pro 500. All right. Now, as you guys can see, this leg, he only needs 4. Or I guess Pro 250, we'll say. He only needs 4 here, so he has way more than 4, right? So he's qualified. How many more does he need here to qualify for Pro 250? Put it in the chat for me. Angel says 1. Mojo, yep, Adam's got 1. Okay, so yes, you guys are correct. 1 more in this leg, and he qualifies for Pro 250. How many more does he need in this leg under Roy? Yes, 1. Okay, so Tomas is only 2 away from getting Pro 250. But also, you must remember, Tomas is a busy guy right now. He has not put any of these people underneath him. Okay, this is just me giving blessings from above. All right, so he will at some point need to sign up 3 people to qualify. So he would actually obviously put one of them here, right, and one of them here, and then I'd probably put the other one here to help catch up with his weak leg. Okay. Is there anyone that has any questions about the compensation plan or the placement, the matrix, anything like that? Stanley says, is it open for customers only that just wants the pro live? I have a couple people that just wants the pro live. They don't want to be agents. So Stanley, they will have to wait until June 1st, and then they can join uh, as a customer for $75 a month. Any questions on the comp plan and the oh, and then I shared Jeff's video. I wanted to show you guys the script Rory made, just in case people didn't see it. Oh, I also just dropped this video. Um, so again, we had Tony Farmer on Monday, and I chopped up those videos for you guys, so because a lot of people won't watch like a 50-minute video. All right, so this is called the origins of Stream Pro, and I almost put the origins and legality of Stream Pro, but I just didn't like the way it sounded. But he kind of goes into here, like how is this legal? What's, oh, I've seen stuff like this before. Okay, just remember, guys, we are not IPTV. That's what most people, when they know this industry and they see what we're doing, they think it's an IPTV type of thing. We are not that. Okay, we pay the right with third-party vendors to stream everything we are doing 100% legally. Okay. Josh has legal lawyers, helping him in Finance Pro. Tony has his own lawyers helping him with what he's been doing with his streaming business for the last 10 years. So that will give a lot of overview of how this functions and how it works. Oh, thank you, Eric. Yep. Look, Eric's all over it. Eric's our guru that works in the background making all this possible. So we already updated it there. So if we come here, uh, I probably need to refresh. All right, there we go. Okay. Oh, and Eric, what was that other one that the other one he made? Anyways, there's another one with Tony that I want to get on there. But we can do it later. All right. So I don't see, where is this? Where is what, Tim? Customers count as half agent. Agents are worth 1 point is how I started looking at it. Customers are a half point. Yes, Adam, that is correct. The Facebook page link. Not only is it on this one, I'll put this one in here. This is our resource page. And then I will grab this. Share. Copy link. And it's on the the tool page as well, right here. All right, it's 7:39. There's one other thing I wanted to share with you guys, but I might take me a minute to think about it. Mims, you want to kind of close this out, and then I just have one more thing I wanted to share.
Yeah, now folks, 8 o'clock, we got obviously a phenomenal presentation. Man, I'm just ready for the 24-hour trial period. I know everybody else is. I just can't wait to hit everybody up and just reach out to them and say, hey, look, you got to try this out. You know, for them to do a 24-hour trial, see that it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. Folks, this thing is going to have exponential growth. Okay. Like, you know, Josh always tells us we in pre-launch right now. Folks, we really in pre-launch. So understand, like that's just how early you are. This month is going to be amazing, but when we fully launch this thing and we have customers and everything is running smoothly, folks, this is going to be one of the fastest growing opportunities you've probably ever been a part of. This is different, like we talk about, it's not your lotion potion pill. It's not learning a new thing about the financial system or technology or, this is something that everybody does, everybody understands. It makes sense. This is something that any and everybody gets excited about. And especially with now it easier for people to make money, when they get that residual income and they just feel that residual income, most people never really had a real passive residual income coming in. And then when, it's so simple now with the Pro 250 and, just this global matrix, it still, once again, just gets me excited because it's just a global opportunity. And there's about 1,200, agents in the system now. So, definitely, stay plugged in, stay sharing, but it's about to get real fun, real exciting, as we continue to grow and pick up steam.
Yeah, and let me answer a couple questions that I missed, especially Michelle. Oh my gosh, I hate this Zoom. Okay. Michelle says, I have four. So first of all, congratulations. You got your three. Now you're just going to try to help them get three. She said, I place left, right, and middle, right? Because that's the only thing you can do. She says, can I place my fourth under any one of those? Doesn't matter where. Yes, you can place it anywhere under them. You can't place them anywhere else but under them, right? So let's pretend you're Tomas, right? And you have your first three people and no one else is signed up under them. You can decide to put them under Lindsay, Roy, or Shay Monet. And you would we have a video on that, so I won't go over it, but there's a holding tank video. So it's totally up to you. You kind of want to know your people, right? Like, maybe like Roy isn't a good marketer. He's just here to be a customer, right? So you kind of know he's not really going to help you out much. So that that's probably going to be your weak leg. So like let's say you get somebody who you think might do really well, you might want to put him under Roy because you got to put him under somebody anyways. And if Roy hasn't brought anyone in and it's been 2 weeks, I don't know if he's going to be a runner, right? You might look at someone like Shay Monet, you might be like, this girl's a killer. She's had experience in this business. Once she gets her head wrapped around this, she's probably going to crush it. So you could kind of be like, well, I want to reward her, or I want to put somebody under them to bless them and to be under her and get all of her spillover. Or you might be like, Shay Monet is going to take care of business. but I know that Roy needs help, so I'm going to put more people there. So it's just, what it's up to you, obviously, and it's just logic and reasoning that you kind of just get the feel for people. Now I did put 3 people under Tomas. I wouldn't necessarily recommend doing that long term, but again, I wanted to reward early runners who have been with me and us over the years. So now that I've done that with Tomas, I'm just building down depth under this one. And I'm doing it because I'll be open and honest, right? I want to get Shane Monet fired up. Okay. Because I know once she's very successful and does a lot of businesses, but when she looks at this and she logs in, she's like, wait, I got this power leg here that has who knows how many people under her now. And, there were some other marketers that brought in. I was like, I'm going to put you guys under this leg because this is where I'm building. So you can see now she's going to log and see I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right? She already has 12 people under one leg. I mean, she's half the way to Pro 1000 now in one leg. She's already to Pro 500 in one leg, so she needs to build 2 legs of 8 and 4. 12 people, and she's Pro 500. So hopefully that helps. And Jay Ferdinand, the payout is half for a customer. So 2 customers equals 1 agent. All right, Michelle is good. Okay, guys, you got 15 minutes right now. Your assignment, if you are running with the runners, is to reach out to 5 people in the next 15 minutes. Either invite them to the Zoom or to start a conversation about streaming. Wow, what a life we live, guys. We're getting paid to stream and help people save money on their monthly bills. I don't think it gets any better than this. So 5 people, and again, just start a conversation. What are you watching tonight? I'm going to go and watch the Pistons. Okay, I think it's already started, right? And I'm going to be watching it on my NoraGo app, right? It's absolutely fire. Yeah, just start that conversation. Hey, what's the next show I should watch? What are you binging right now? I'm looking for recommendations. People literally ask that all the time. Jeff has the scripts. Rory has the scripts that are in the Facebook group. So go out and crush it, guys. We will see you on the 8 o'clock call with Josh. And it just keeps getting better, guys. Let's go. Lace up. Let's get wealthy.
Peace.
Peace.